Self-doubt can have you stuck in a particular place for hours, weeks, months, even years. So look at this. Before I could muster the courage to start up this show, I had loads and loads of self-doubt. I kept procrastinating. I was worried about how I would look on camera. I was concerned about how I would sound. I was also deeply worried whether you guys would enjoy my content. The fears were enormous. It literally almost drove me crazy. But hey, look at me now. The good thing is, self-doubt is extremely normal. So it happens to basically everyone. But the difference between those who make progress and those who don't is action. Take action today. Hello and welcome everyone to Nothing is Lost. This is an inspirational series where you and I get to interact and learn our voices for the good of our society. I will be your host for this episode. My name is Ob2ice, and on this episode we will be talking about self-doubt. So I'll be sharing with you how it affected me up until this point and how I was able to move forward. You never can tell, somebody might be able to relate to my story and apply it in their own life and you make progress. So self-doubt is characterized by feelings of uncertainty towards one or many aspects of one's life. Self-doubt can be as a result of so many factors. I'll share with you a couple. First one is upbringing. Upbringing has a lot of effect on how we perceive and how our self-esteem is portrayed to the outside world. Let me use myself as an example. Now, I was born into a very successful family. I have elder siblings and younger siblings who are doing extremely well, and I'm here looking at myself and judging my success with that yardstick of my family, and I'm wondering, so where did it all go wrong? Yes, I know I am blessed with enormous talent, but I keep wondering, why is this not adding up to this? This ultimately affects my confidence and self-doubt creeps in. I get to overthink about processes. It's not just hit me on the head. I keep getting worried. Self-doubt keeps limiting me until I got to understand that all these feelings are natural feelings, and I was able to get the courage to do great stuff and move forward. Another factor is religion and tradition. These two key things affect human beings a lot in the way they perceive and see themselves in the open. You might be coming from a very staunch religious background which tells you that you are not meant to do this, or you cannot do that, or your tradition forbids you from moving forward in this direction. So you just find yourself all stuck in one place. Also, another factor that can cause self-doubt is negative experience. You might be somebody who you've been told, you can't do this. You're not good enough. You're not smart enough. You are a fool. All these things, when they whelm up into the mind, they affect the body and reduces one's enthusiasm to get work done. So, self-doubt leads to a whole lot of negative things like anxiety, depression, lack of motivation, difficulty making the right decisions, emotional instability, and a whole lot more. I remember sometime in 2006, whilst I was still in university, there was this very, very pretty girl. A lot of guys were head over heels for her. To be honest with me, I wanted to even log in. But something very terrible happened to her. She was involved in a ghastly motor accident and she lost one of her legs. And it was terrible. It was a sorry sight. She cried day and night. She added weight because of the fact that she just assumed that her whole life was over. Her depression was like times 10 of whatever you could think of. And it was so sad. This lady ended up committing suicide. Yes, self-doubt can be so limiting. Self-doubt is not even meant to, you're not going to allow self-doubt to even stay in your heart for a couple of minutes. Like I said to you earlier when I started the show, it's normal to have self-doubt, okay? But the only way you can mitigate against self-doubt is by taking action. Take consistent action. Keep hitting until you feel you have gotten. Even if you feel you've gotten there, don't relax. Keep hitting and keep working hard. And you'll find that self-doubt will just be like a shadow at your back. Now, let us talk about how to overcome self-doubt. Number one, practice self-compassion. Let us always remember that we are humans and humans will keep being forever. We don't need to be too hard on ourselves, okay? I know, yes, I'm this kind of guy, this kind of hard-working, jack of all trades guy who always wants to do a lot of stuff. I keep hitting myself hard. Even if I'm making progress, I keep telling myself I'm not doing it properly. Yes, most times I'm tough on myself, but it has its good ends. But there's some people who might not have the kind of grace that I have. So I would advise that you practice self-compassion. The truth is, there is never a perfect time to get anything done. It should interest you that the best time to get things done is even the most imperfect time. That's when you find out that things just flow. Remember that self-doubt and the fear of failure can be countered by being compassionate to ourselves. Secondly is remember your past achievements. Yes, this happens to me a lot. Whenever you find yourself trying to get a project done and you're having these feelings of self-doubt, just sit back, relax, and think of those happy moments, those past projects which you made a lot of money or which you had people give you kudos and you know that you did very well. Thirdly is do not compare yourselves with others. Look who's talking. It's quite difficult, okay, especially when you're in Lagos, you're seeing the way guys are cashing out and you're wondering, God, why, when will it be your turn and all that. Please, self-doubt is a confidence killer. The only way you can conquer self-doubt is focus on your onions. So that's it, guys. We've come to the end of this show. Like I said initially at the beginning of this program, this is an interactive section. I'll be looking forward to your feedback in the comment section. Even if you're not inspired by what I said, kindly inspire me by your comments. Before I round off on this show, I'll be leaving you guys with a few lyrics. I love rap, I love music. And I'll be looking forward to seeing you on the next episode. Ob2ice on this. Take care. Yo. What it do? Listen up. Self-doubt to hold you down, you gotta stand up. Face all your fears, work harder, man up. Every day's a fresh start, please cheer up. Wipe all them tears, just raise your level up. Smile and let it go, move with the flow. Ignore all them voices telling you to lay low. You were made of gold, let your talent show. One day, everywhere go soft and you go blow. You go hear yourself on the radio, wonder, stereo, good, set the tone, cause you're the man. I hope you understand. Everything can change you one day like bam. Everything can change, really.